Darkwood is a very confusing game. Actually, not really. Released in 2017 by Polish studio Acid Wizard, Darkwood has had a very strange development path, dating all the way back to 2013, when it started out as just an Indiegogo campaign. Eventually, after releasing as early access and enough people attempting to torrent it,
you wouldn't steal a Darkwood.
The developers themselves decided to put the full game on Pirate Bay, gambling that those who actually played the game would like it so much that they would end up actually buying it. And needless to say, this gamble paid off. Most effective horror games either take first-person perspectives, oh god, I'm dead, or have you over the shoulder of the protagonist. Compared to most top-down views where you get the full vision around you, in Darkwood, huge trees block much of your vision, only allowing you to see where your character is facing, restricting your vision to a cone-shaped line of sight. It turns you from being the character to merely an observer, yet the game still limits your control and perception, putting you at a much greater disadvantage than you already are. Now, Darkwood doesn't aim to spoon-feed you a narrative to follow. To actually find out where you're supposed to go, you have to be actively reading notes and memorizing codes. Depending on where you decide to go first, you could be getting these notes in chronological order or out of order and have to piece together your own path to follow. Besides the minimal control tutorial at the start of the game, a big chunk of mechanics are learned through trial and error, which means making mistakes, and often fatal ones. Oh god, no.
That's a surprise tool that can help us later.
No. What the fuck is wrong? I fucking hate. The information in Darkwood isn't found through quest markers or through NPCs. Hell, the NPCs themselves aren't trustworthy and will sometimes intentionally feed you false information, just because they know you'll be dumb enough to listen to them. The map in the game isn't much help either, only identifying when you're at a specific landmark, so getting comfortable navigating areas through memory is a forced habit. As for the story itself, it's told in fragments you get every time you fill a dose of either by cooking mushrooms or odd meat you find. Most of the memories you get are short blurbs that have no correlation on their own, but as you experience them more and more, you start to get the backstory of the character you played in the prologue, the Doctor, who you'll often encounter while traversing through the forest. You yourself play as a character only known as the Stranger, who's one of the Doctor's victims who's only searching for his stolen key in order to escape the forest. Now, Darkwood would be nothing if not for what's in the name. Dark. Wood. Nighttime in Darkwood is like that section in your favorite video game that you always skip, but here, it's every night, and it's not skippable. Time is an important factor in Darkwood. When you first start out, you only have the dwindling light from the sun to determine the time of day. Later on, you'll meet the merchant where you can buy a watch that displays the time of day.
There's frosted gold or rainbow skeleton AP.
Every day starts at 8 AM, with nightfall starting at around 8 PM. So you have 12 hours, which in real time translates to about 9.5 minutes.
Do I dare look at the clock?
To do anything you might need to do. This includes gathering resources, exploring locations, and any last-minute preparations for the night. Anything that you might start leaves the question of if you have enough time to do it, and if there's enough time to make it back to your hideout.
But you playing on your phone?
No, I'm not playing on my phone. I'm taking care of business.
When nighttime comes, securing your hideout is pretty much required if you want to survive the night. You only have very limited things you can do though. Barricading windows and doors, setting up traps, and moving furniture around to create a blockade. All these things are meant to simply slow down the enemy, not stop them. Simply buying you as much time as possible until day. You never truly feel safe at night, knowing that at any time, an enemy can break in if they really want to. As for traveling at night, it's simply not an option. The darkness around you consumes the environment. Staying out for too long drains your sanity and eventually causes you to die. The only light you have being from any torches or lanterns you might have, as well as a nearby generator outside your hideout. See, this is better. We don't need a generator. We're fucking fine. Fuck generators. We don't need them. As you survive more and more nights, new deadlier enemies appear. It really feels oppressive, having no sense of progress in every night you survive. Cause in Darkwood, you aren't winning, just delaying the inevitable. See, I like this area. Okay, I don't like this area anymore. I mean, it's not like you're in... This is emphasized to an even worse degree at night, forcing you into a tiny box within the dim glow of your hideout, only allowing you to hear enemies breaking barricades or opening doors to get to you. It also doesn't help you in the combat department. The combat in Darkwood is intentionally clunky and non-fluid, making every fight feel like a last-ditch effort for survival. It eliminates the luxury of not worrying about enemies. It makes every encounter you face, no matter how big or small, feel like a struggle. I can honestly say that there's not one time while I was playing that I felt like I had the advantage. Darkwood is extremely stingy when it comes to giving you stamina. You barely get enough to run away from enemies, and even less when fighting them. I just killed myself. I'm a fucking moron. I just killed myself. I'm so fucking stupid. Any weapon you choose to fight with has a severe disadvantage. Long-range weapons like pitchforks and staffs have long swing times, making a missed attack almost guaranteed to be damage you take. Heavy weapons like the shovel and axe take longer to swing. Any firearms you get take too long to reload, and the ammo takes up a lot of resources to make. So essentially, items like explosives and molotovs will become your best friends. The true meaning behind Darkwood is intentionally kept from you. Over the course of the game, you never really know if the things you're doing are right or wrong. The game doesn't tell you and will pretty much let you do whatever you want, including just killing everyone you encounter. Each character has their own motives, and it's up to you to choose who do you think is telling the truth. You have about 3 different endings. All depending on your own perspective can be interpreted as good, neutral, or bad. The main thing you need to realize, however, is that when you're playing Darkwood, the deception of free will is often misinterpreted with certainty. However, the only thing that is certain is that once the Darkwood takes a hold of you, it never truly lets go.